February is the month where we celebrate Black history. We remember and recognize the contributions of many people and historical events that shaped who we are and paved the way for our present and future. But in a time such as this, when society tries to erase precious history, the question begs to be asked, what if there were a world with no Black people? One morning, a little boy named Theo woke up and asked his mother, "Mom, what if there were no Black people in the world?" His mother thought about that for a moment and then said, "Son, follow me around today and let's see what it would be like if there were no Black people in the world. Now go get dressed and we will get started." Theo ran to his room to put on his clothes and shoes. His mother took one look at him and said, "Theo, where are your shoes?" "Son, I must iron your clothes. Why are they so wrinkled?" When she reached for the ironing board, it was no longer there. You see, Sarah Boone, a Black woman, invented the ironing board, and Jan E. Matzelinger, a Black man, invented the shoe-lasting machine. The shoe-lasting machine is a machine that attaches the top of the shoe to the sole. "Oh well," she said, "please go and do something with your hair." Theo ran in his room to comb his hair, but the comb was not there. You see, Walter Sammons, a Black man, invented the comb. Theo decided to just brush his hair, but the brush was gone. Lydia O. Newman, a Black female, invented the brush. Well, this was a sight. Theo had no shoes, wrinkled clothes, and his hair was a mess. Even his mom's hair was a mess. You see, Madam C.J. Walker was one of the first African-American female entrepreneurs, and she created many hair care products for Black women. Mom told Theo, "Let's do our chores around the house and then take a trip to the grocery store." Now Theo's job was to sweep the floor, so he swept and swept and swept. When he reached for the dustpan, it was not there. You see, Lloyd P. Ray, a Black man, invented the dustpan. So he swept his pile of dirt over in the corner and left it there. He then decided to mop the floor, but the mop was gone. You see, Thomas W. Stewart, a Black man, invented the mop. Theo yelled to his mom, "Mom, I'm not having any luck." "Well, son," she said, "let me finish washing these clothes and we will prepare a list for the grocery store." When the wash finished, she went to place the clothes in the dryer, but it was not there. You see, George T. Sampson, a Black man, invented the clothes dryer. Mom asked Theo to get a pencil and some paper to prepare their list for the market. So Theo ran for the paper and pencil, but noticed that the pencil lead was broken. Well, he was out of luck because John Love, a Black man, invented the pencil sharpener. Mom reached for a pen, but it was not there because William Purvis, a Black man, invented the fountain pen. As a matter of fact, Lee Burridge, another Black man, invented the typewriting machine. And W.A. Leavitt, another Black man, invented the advanced printing press. Theo and his mother decided to head to the market. Well, when Theo opened the door, he noticed that the grass was almost 5 feet tall. You see, the lawnmower was invented by John Burr, a Black man. They made their way over to the car and found that it just wouldn't go. You see, Richard Spikes, a Black man, invented the automatic gear shift, and Joseph Gammell invented the supercharged system for internal combustion engines. Without these, the car wouldn't work. Gammell was also a Black man. They noticed that the few cars that were moving were running into each other and having wrecks because there were no traffic signals. You see, Garrett A. Morgan, a black man, invented the traffic light. Well, it was getting late, so they walked to the market, got their groceries, and returned home. Just when they were about to put away the milk, eggs, and butter, they noticed the refrigerator was gone. You see, John Standard, a black man, invented the refrigerator. So they just left the food on the counter. By this time, Theo noticed it was getting mighty cold. Mom went to turn up the heat. However, Alice Parker, a black female, invented the heating furnace, so they didn't have heat. Even in the summertime, they would have been out of luck because Frederick Jones, a black man, invented the air conditioner. It was almost time for Theo's father to arrive home. He usually took the bus, but there was no bus. Buses came from electric trolleys, which were invented by another black man, Albert R. Robinson. Theo's father usually took the elevator from his office on the 20th floor, but there was no elevator because Alexander Miles, a black man, invented the elevator. Theo's father usually dropped off the office mail at a nearby mailbox, but it was no longer there because Philip Downing, a black man, invented the letter drop mailbox, and William Berry, another black man, invented the postmarking and canceling machine, which is how we get stamps. Theo and his mother sat at the kitchen table with their head in their hands. When Theo's father arrived, he asked, "Why are y'all sitting in the dark?" Why? Because Lewis Howard Latimer, a black man, invented the filament within the light bulb. Without a filament, a light bulb won't turn on. Theo quickly learned what it would be like if there were no black people in the world. Daily life would be a lot more difficult, not to mention if he were ever sick and needed blood. Charles Drew, a black scientist, found a way to preserve and store blood, which led to his starting the world's first blood bank. And what if a family member had to have heart surgery? This would not have been possible without Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, a black doctor who performed the first open heart surgery. You don't have to wonder, like Theo, what the world would be like without black people. It's clear, life as we know it would be very different.